We all understand the type of climate that we're dealing with. We're dealing with multiple offer situations.
I'd love to know sort of what's your why? What makes you tick? Why are you so successful?
Have a dialogue with your lawyer. Have a dialogue with your agent.
Both sort of passionate about sort of what we do.
Again, vet your agent to make sure that they're experienced and they're local. I like that idea.
No excuse to miss it on Saturdays from 8 to 9.
That's right.
WBZ.
And now, the show that gives you the latest and most relevant housing market news. Real Estate Radio Boston with financial expert Rick Shearer and legal professional Ali Alavi.
What are some of the steps that board members should be taking with the upcoming winter months?
Well, I think there was an old philosopher who once said that those who do not remember the lessons of the past are doomed to repeat them. And keeping in mind that boards ran out of money with regard to snow removal, that there was ice damming, a lot of ice damming, that there were floods and things like that. Boards at this time, this time of year is when boards actually begin their budgeting process, and the first thing they should be doing is putting away extra money in a contingency fund for what is being predicted as an upcoming severe winter.
And was there a percentage that you would look for maybe what they had in the, designated beforehand? I mean, is it a 10% buffer, 15? I mean, what do you recommend?
There is no percentage. It's based upon what they were hit with last year.
Okay.
If they start putting away money now in smaller amounts, they won't be hit with large special assessments all at once, which are painful for unit owners.
I had a client that was living on a third floor walk-up, and there was a leak in the toilet. And the leak impacted the units below. And the question that was posed is, am I responsible for the damage that's been caused to the units below? What type of advice do you have in those types of scenarios?
Well, I just finished a 3-week trial involving pretty much the same type of situation where a bathroom was leaking into the unit below and the common areas below. Our higher courts have not yet addressed this particular issue per se, but there was a case in New Jersey where washing machine hoses began going, and the board did nothing to make the unit owners fix their hoses or replace their hoses. And as a result, the association was held liable for damages that were caused to units below. So the first thing is that boards ought to be proactive if they know that there's a problem coming up. That's number one. Number two is, assuming this is a single individual issue, unit owners will be responsible if they were negligent in the maintenance of their unit. If they weren't negligent and it was just something that happened, a mal-occurrence, you might say, then there is no real liability and each person may be responsible for their own damages. However, condominium master insurance policies may respond to flooding, and individual unit owners should have their own HO6, which is a condominium homeowners policy that will respond to this type of loss as well, so that there are ways of avoiding out-of-pocket expenses should the unfortunate happen.
Chris, tell us a little bit about Brownstone Realty Group.
A redevelopment company in Massachusetts. We do deals throughout the state. Currently we have over 50 projects going on, everything from renovations to new construction, land development, everything across the board.
So you guys are a little busy.
Yeah, we're a little busy. We're a little busy.
I think the unique thing that you guys do is you don't just do it for yourselves. You guys are actually teachers and trainers, and you guys will help people in the marketplace who want to learn to redevelop. You don't make money on the sale of the project. You make money on the buy of the project. So it's finding that right deal at the right price for what you need to do, and doing the right things to the property is where you're going to make your money.
Not only that, I would say it's talking to the right people. You have in your studio right now a broker from the Framingham area, and I just had an opportunity brought to me in Wayland, not a market I'm real familiar with, so I might talk to him and say, who can help me in Wayland, because it's not an area I really know anything about. Right. So I'm not just going to jump on MLS and get an opinion myself. I'm going to find a local expert to help us with that, because like I said, we do projects all over Massachusetts, Western Mass, the Worcester area, and the North Shore. We got stuff Tewksbury, Waltham.
So you're all over the place.
Possibly Wayland. So we partner with local experts, agents, to give us the value, and then they in turn they list the property for us and probably bring us a deal in the future.
Talk to us a little bit about your bird dog program.
Yeah, when you talk about a hoarder house, we keep one person busy full time with just filling up dumpsters, clearing out houses all day, every day. He's very good at it too.
Right.
And we actually, once in a while sell a thing or two out of that house. But we do have the bird dog program where we'll pay anyone $1,000 who puts us onto a property that we end up purchasing. And we've had lots of people take us up on that.
And you guys can purchase cash. You guys can close quickly.
We can close quickly as long as the title's okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think I've seen it as quickly as 7 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's. You guys are doing an exciting project up in Arundel, Maine. How are you guys?
Great, you?
Great.
Great.
Thank you so much for coming in. You guys have just launched this new community up there, a massive 250 acres. Talk to us a little bit about where the project is and tell us a little bit what you guys are doing up there.
At this time, we have most of the front entrance completed. We built a pond, we built retaining walls, we have water features, we have some landscaping in place. Actually, about 90% of that, what we call the first phase, the entrance phase.
Right.
Plus, we have a place where now Kim can show one of the units dealing with the marketing sales side.
Absolutely.
And we have now just poured 11 foundations. We have 3 that are being framed, pretty much close to finished frame. We have others starting this week, 2 others, and then we're just going to continue to build. Probably by the end of this year, we'll have somewhere in the 30-plus units.
And just to put the listeners, I mean, it's very difficult to be able to gain an appreciation of, we're talking about cottages, but really they're not cottages.
They're homes.
Let's
They're
face
homes.
it, they're homes.
Yeah.
Call them what you will.
You're talking about Anderson windows, and you're talking about beautiful heating systems in these, and individuals can actually live in these units. Yes, they're seasonal cottages, but they can live there and utilize these cottages for 8 months out of the year, right?
Correct, 8 months, yes. We have some units that you can do all one-floor living for the people who desire that.
Right.
850 square feet to 950 square feet. And we have some units that go up to 1350 square feet, which allows us to bring the loft into play, which we finished the loft with a bedroom, possibly some storage area, finished or not finished, and another full bath.
But let's talk a little bit about the pricing of these units.
We have units starting at $2,095. That's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, fully ready to move in, put your hat right on the counter and go.
Yeah, because it's a condo, so you're not cutting grass on the weekends.
Exactly.
You
are kicking back. You are enjoying all of the amenities. You're hiking. You're going out for dinner. You're relaxing and really enjoying life.
What makes Cape Arundel different than any other project?
The amenities?
Amenities.
Oh, my God. Yeah. The Eastern Trail is direct access for us. It's really there. We have internal trails.
Now, to talk about the Eastern Trail, what is that?
That basically is part of the Appalachian Trail.
Right.
If you're familiar with that, which ends up basically going from northern Maine, Canada, all the way down to Florida.
Yeah.
So right now, there are 60 miles that have been completed. York, I believe, Kim, right?
Kittery,
actually, all the way up to South Portland. So people walk it, and they can get off of it and go visit towns, spend the overnight in other towns if they want to.
Wow.
If they don't want to do that, they can do day trips. There's no electrical motors. It's strictly walking or bicycles.